Hey guys, it's your boy Jay-Z back again with another football roundup. There were actually a lot of good games this week, but I do want to start it off on kind of a low point, I guess you could say. That would be Everton going up against Liverpool. Now this game is usually a pretty big game, it's an important game, at least locally you could say. And nothing really happened, 0-0, but I think the more important thing is what do we make of this Liverpool side, because these are the type of games where you expect them to show up and deliver a little bit more than the usual games, I guess you could say, just because of the type of match it is. And I guess you could say Everton did that as well. I don't think anyone really thinks of Everton as being the better team, but really expected more from Liverpool. Rough start to the season for them. We'll see how it goes from there. Now moving on to Chelsea, they went up against West Ham. Honestly, this wasn't really a big game that I was looking forward to or anything like that. I did want to see how Paquetá would do since he's a new signing for West Ham. I do think he's a great player. I like the way he plays. So that was kind of something I was interested in. But besides that, the game actually wasn't too bad. It starts off pretty well for West Ham as they take the lead. Antonio gets to the end of a goal, a bit of a scruffle off of a corner, and he gets to the end of it first. Afterwards, I'm not going to lie, I think Chilwell scores probably the best goal so far of the season. I'm not gonna lie, this goal, I don't think it was on purpose, but I mean, think about this goal, man. Okay, he gets the ball in the air from a great pass from Thiago Silva. He controls it with his head. Okay, he brings it down, he nutmegs the goalkeeper and scores, man. I mean, I don't know. I just think it sounds really dope on paper. I mean, it was a great goal from Chilwell. Another great play from Chelsea where Havertz actually gets to the end of it. It was a low cross. He does get to it first and scores, and that gives Chelsea the lead. And then towards the end, a controversial play happens when one of the West Ham players runs towards a loose ball, I believe, and the goalie runs out to it too. They clash, but the West Ham, one of the players gets the ball back and they score, but it's ruled to be a foul, and that's kind of how the game ends. Now moving on to probably not necessarily the most hyped up match or the most important match, but another match that a lot of people would have their eyes on would be Aston Villa going up against Man City. Man City are yet to establish that clear dominance over their opponents like we're used to. This game, they get off to a good start. They create a lot of chances. They haven't been too lucky, but Villa definitely didn't seem like they were scared or anything. They definitely went for it as well, causing a lot of problems for Man City. But Haaland gets a goal. Great cross from De Bruyne to the far post. Haaland's there, jumps to it, taps it in. And, you expected more from Man City just because they were able to do a lot, but just in the final third, it wasn't working out for them. Aston Villa then get it back with Bailey going to tie it up, and that's actually how the game finishes, 1-1. Disappointing, but these are the type of games that you're gonna get in the Premier League, and the sooner Man City get these games out of the way where they can see their flaws, and they did drop 2 points, but they didn't get a loss. I think it serves them right to get used to it now. You even see Guardiola coming out and talking about how Man City just can't be relying on Haaland to get all the goals, which I honestly do believe so, but I think he's kind of lying, because I think that's how Guardiola is going to end up playing, just basically for Haaland. But I know what he means. I think everybody understands what he means, that everybody needs to do their part. Everybody needs to step up. You can't just expect Haaland to be getting everything, and everything he touches turns to goals, Even if it does feel like that's the case, that's not how it works. So other players are getting into rhythm. They're stepping up. Bernardo Silva's still getting back into form. De Bruyne is same as well, even though he's been playing well. We have yet to see the best of Foden as well, even Mahrez as well. So Man City's working up to that. They'll be there. Now over in Spain, we had a really good match, which was Real Madrid going up against Real Betis. Real Betis is always a team that you can't underestimate. This team will always give you problems. It starts off pretty well as Vinny gets a ball played in by Alaba. He's able to control it and chip it as the keeper kind of comes out of his box, and he's able to get his goal. Later on though, Real Madrid is caught kind of sleeping as they get scored on through a throw-in. I think it's Carvajal who loses track of Canales. He gets the ball laid off to him, and he finishes with his right foot. You can't be getting scored on off of throw-ins, but that's how it was. Later on, Fede ends up finding Rodrigo, and Rodrigo finishes kind of awkwardly, I guess. I don't know how he scored that. It looked like he kind of just changed the direction of the ball, not really swung, and took a kick, I guess you could say. But he gets the goal, and that's how it finishes. But I do want to talk about Tchouaméni, who I think is just doing phenomenal. I knew he was really good. I saw some videos, some clips of him before. I don't really follow the French league enough to have known how well he did throughout the season. But I was able to see what he brought to his team. So when he was joining Real Madrid, I thought he would be perfect to replace Casemiro, and of course that's how things are playing out. But he's really showing that he can do it in a team that has higher expectations against competition that you could say is at a higher level. But for sure the demand is higher at Real Madrid. So the fact that he's stepping up, that he's doing well, is really good for Real Madrid. Definitely going to help him out throughout the rest of the season. So great victory for Real Madrid. And to finish it off, guys, I want to talk about the Italian league, because we had the Milan derby. We had AC Milan going up against Inter Milan, and it was fortunately a really good game. So Brozovic actually ends up scoring first. He gets played through perfectly one-on-one versus the keeper. Later on, Leao gets his goal off an interception by Tonali. He gets the ball in the middle, brings it a little bit forward, sees Rafael Leao on the left-hand side, plays him on. Leao with a great finish with his left foot. They're back in it, 1-1. Later on, Leao comes in through the wing, whips it in. Giroud is there, and Giroud's having the time of his life in Milan, guys. Like, this guy, he's enjoying his time in Milan. Great goal from Giroud. And then later on in the match, Leao gets his goal as well. Rafael brings it down, looks at his opponent, 1v1 situation, takes him on, couple touches, finishes. I honestly thought they might have got more, but Inter actually were really looking for it. I mean, they were taking so many shots and trying to create opportunities, but luckily they were able to get a goal. Dzeko ends up getting the ball and finishes. Dzeko was able to bring the match up to 3-2, and that's where it ended. But it was a great performance from Milan. Beautiful game from both Milan sides. It was a great derby, and that's actually where I'm gonna end it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week on the next Football Roundup.